we were talking about the economy, and I want to drive this home because of something else that they're about to try to push out, okay? I'm going to drive home something that I can lose sight of and you can lose sight of. We talked about it last week. I'm just going to keep reminding you and myself. I'm trying to remind me about this going into the midterms. Because we are insiders. You're an insider. I'm an insider. You're someone who pays attention. You know the issues. You know the players. You know the game. You are going to be in a bubble of your own creation, just like I am. We're in the same bubble. We're trapped in a bubble together. But it's not people like us who decide elections. We help win on behalf of our side, no question, but our votes, your vote and my vote, did not put Donald Trump in the White House. You were already going to vote for Donald Trump. So was I. It's the normies out there who don't pay attention, who aren't insiders. They don't know the news. They don't even know really what's important. They are the ones who decide elections. Donald Trump is in the White House instead of Joe Biden or Kamala Harris because inflation ran out of control during Joe Biden's 4 years and because immigration went out of control during Joe Biden's 4 years. Of course, that was the Democrats' fault, so that they earned all that, but it doesn't matter. Donald Trump is in the White House because of inflation and immigration. Insiders like me and insiders like you, we hate that. I know I do. You know what I want to say to you? No, he's not. Donald Trump's in the White House because America got tired of the FBI. No, they didn't. Now, they're tired of the FBI. The FBI poll numbers have gone down, but that's not why Donald Trump's in the White House. Not at all. That issue did not drive people to the polls. Something you might say, or I might say, no, election integrity is why he's in the White House, because we need it and the people want it. That's a friggin' lie. I know that Democrats cheat in every election, every chance they get. You know Democrats cheat in every election and every chance they get. You know how important that issue is. Normie doesn't know that. Norma have no idea. If I bring up election integrity or Democrats stealing elections to my normie friends, I can tell they're almost patting me on my balding head. Oh, okay, tinfoil guy, sure thing. If I actually laid out the facts to them, they'd be mortified, but they don't know. Donald Trump is in the White House because during Joe Biden's presidency, the American people watched their buying power disappear. They watched their credit card bills go through the roof. Their buying power disappeared to the point they had to take second jobs. And that buying power has not returned. Inflation delivered the White House to Donald Trump as much as any rally he ever did. The American people in a short span watched their buying power disappear, and they want that buying power back. Every poll shows it. I just read you the economic numbers. Younger people especially think it's bad to very bad. The American people's buying power has not returned. Now, how do we get inflation? Why do we get inflation? Where's it come from? Do you do it? Nope, you have no power over it at all. Neither do I. Inflation comes from government spending and printing of money, period. That's where it comes from. We have this insane inflation because they won't stop spending, they won't stop printing. So what do we do with this?
We're going to issue a dividend to our middle income people and lower income people of about $2,000. And we're going to use the remaining tariffs to lower our debt. We're going to be lowering our debt, which is a national security thing.
$2,000? To everyone making under $100,000. So I'm just going to set aside the class warfare part of that, which ticks me off even more. But I'm not even going to talk about that right now. We're going to cut $2,000 stimmy checks. Whether or not we keep the White House in 2028 will not be decided by whether or not you get a $2,000 stimmy check It'll be decided by whether or not Norm and Norma feel like their buying power has returned to them. We're just going to how much is that bill going to be? I mean, Scott Bessent tried to sell it as best he could.
The $2,000 dividend could come in lots of forms, in lots of ways, George. It could be just the tax decreases that we are seeing on the president's agenda. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, deductibility of auto loans. So, those are substantial deductions that, are being financed in the tax bill.
Okay. Look, if we're talking just some tax cuts for you, fine, I'm all in. If we're talking another $1 trillion bill where we hand out $2,000 checks, that's going to lose us the White House in 2028 because inflation's going to go out of control again. It's the fact.